Texas, get ready. This Labor Day weekend, the incredible Mission Souls Family Band is bringing their powerful live show to Texas for 3 unforgettable nights. Friday, September 4th at the Granada Theater in Dallas. Saturday, September 5th at the Rock Box Vibes in San Antonio. And Sunday, September 6th at the Stafford Center in Houston. Experience the soaring vocals, amazing musicianship, and family energy that have captured millions of fans around the world. 3 cities, 3 nights, 1 unforgettable Texas tour. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone. Hello, everybody. It's Bluebonnet Bob, and I am coming to you with a up-to-date, late-breaking, what's going on, what's happening update of the Texas tour for Mission Souls 2026 version. And today we're going to be taking a look at where we are at on the ticket sales. Everybody wants to know. And what are we doing behind the scenes? And so we're going to give you some really cool things to take a look at today, and some really cool things that we're going to be doing to make this Texas tour really, really, really happening. Okay, so where are we at? Now, the teaser said that, or used the word sold out, and I wouldn't say we're completely sold out yet, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised that when the day of the show happens, Friday, September the 4th in Dallas at the Granada Theater, Saturday in San Antonio at the Rock Box, and then on Sunday in Houston at the Stafford Center, September the 6th, I wouldn't be surprised if the numbers look very, very good. And what do I mean by that? Oh, hey, let's take a look. I think I mentioned earlier in another of these updates that the Granada Theater fits around 540 to 560. Of that number, probably about 150 to 170 are standing room. And so where are we at today? Well, the floor is pretty much sold out. The main floor is pretty much sold out on all the seated. That means all the VIP, that means all the super VIP, all the good seats in the floor are completely gone. Now in the mezzanine, those are starting to go pretty quickly too. So I wouldn't be surprised if all those seats are gone very quickly, very soon. And that just leaves standing room, in which we are about 1/3 sold on the standing room, but that's all that's going to be available come show day, if there are any seats available at all or any tickets available at all. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is that we think that the Granada Theater in Dallas is going to get really close to sold out. That's good news. All right, let's move on to San Antonio. San Antonio, we're at the Rock Box, and it's a different type of venue in that it's an old converted warehouse. In other words, it's a big open space, and we got to bring in chairs, but we can put chairs in there, or we can have it full of people standing. Now, we know that when a traditional rock band comes in and just really makes a lot of noise and music, that the crowd really goes wild when they're standing and cheering and just vibing to the music. But we're going to put a bunch of seats in there, which are about, let's say right now, about 300 to 375 seats. But the rest of it's going to be standing. So we can put another 500 or 600 people standing. So at this point in time, we're probably going to get all those seats filled, and we're going to have a big contingent of those that are just jumping up and down and just screaming out loud for Mission Souls. And so, yeah, do the numbers. probably going to get, hopefully, in the neighborhood of 800 people in that room. That's good news. And then let's go on to Houston. Now, Houston is a different type of facility in that it's a performing arts center. The Stafford Center is a really, really nice facility, all seated, great seats, great sight lines, but it's going to be a different vibe. And so what we really got to do is we got to fill that place up so that we can make some noise in a really great venue. And so where are we at? Let's start with the upper balcony. Well, we've got 200 seats in the upper balcony, and guess what? Those are all spoken for. Then we go to the lower balcony, and if we look at the numbers today, those are all going to be gone too very soon. And then we go down to the mezzanine. Now there's room in the mezzanine, so we got to fill that mezzanine up. So get your tickets if that's where you want to sit. And then on the main orchestra floor, there's plenty of room down there still. But you know what? What I've been told is that this is a late breaking crowd that comes in and gets their tickets in that area. So therefore, you know what? They're probably going to fill up another 200 or 300 seats out on the orchestra floor. And so we're expecting upwards of 800 people at the Stafford Center. So if you add the numbers up, if you put all three of those venues together, when we started out this whole endeavor to bring Mission Souls to Texas on the 2026 tour, we were looking at selling probably at about 2,100 tickets to really sell out. And so right now, as the numbers are being calculated, we think that we're going to get close to that or more. Keep your fingers crossed. We are pushing hard to make this happen. Yeah. So that's the way ticket sales are going right now. So anybody that's really concerned, if you're concerned about getting a ticket, go ahead and get your ticket. If you're concerned about whether we're going to sell any tickets, that's happening. We are pushing hard. We are making this happen. Absolutely. So let's go on behind the scenes right now and see what's going on there. Well, we're in the process of getting VIP and Super VIP badges printed up, and here's an example of what that's going to look like. We've got the Super VIP, the VIP badges. We've got badges for the media. We've got all access badges, and we're taking care of all that, so everybody would have their identified and what they get when they're buying their tickets. We're also getting a tour poster made, and these tour posters are going to be signed by the family. And that's got to be a lot of tour posters to sign. We got to get a whole load of Sharpies. But yeah, here's the tour poster. This is the mock-up. We'll have the final design real shortly and get those to print. And then we are going to be making a tour t-shirt for the Texas tour. And here's a mock-up of the tour t-shirt, vintage style. Here we go. This is going to be a collector's item, and those will only be available at the show. So get your ticket, get a shirt, grab a poster. Wow. Really good stuff, right? And we're working on doing some behind the scenes stuff. When the family comes in, we'll have a couple of appearances, a handful of appearances that they'll be making. More information on that as it becomes available. And we're going to have a media day where we're going to bring in some local media. And by the way, we have a bunch. And when I say a bunch, several of our YouTube reactors are coming to the show, mainly to the Dallas show. And so who do we have on tap right now? We have committed already Touchy Reactions, Ryan and Cindy. They're actually coming in, flying into Dallas, and then they're going to be going to San Antonio, and they're going to Houston too. So they're going to make the rounds to all three shows, and Touchy Reactions is going to be our highlighted Reactor sponsor. And so they have really stepped up and made the commitment to the Texas tour, and we can't be more happy than to have Ryan and Cindy here with us for all three shows. And then coming into Dallas also will be the Vocal Citizen, That's Deborah and her sister Jessica are coming down from out of state, driving in, and going to be part of the festivities before and during the show at the Granada Theater on Friday, the 4th of September. And also, Gina Winks from Gina Reacts is going to be with us also. That's a late-breaking commitment that we've just got in hand, that Gina's going to be here too. And we're more than happy to accommodate her and bring her on board, be part of our team here. And then Matt Tech from Tech Reacts, coming in from West Texas, going to be part of our festivities here in Dallas also. And then, I'm really excited, a brand new reactor on the scene earlier this year. You know him as Jay Fragment. I call him Jay Frag. He is going to be coming in from the Northeast, from Boston, and he's going to be part of the festivities here in Dallas. And I'm really excited because he has just come on board and he has jumped in with both feet and is totally sold out with Mission Souls. So yes, reactors are stepping up to the plate. We are getting everything lined up, putting the travel together, putting all the logistics together. And before you know it, we are going to be hosting Mission Souls right here in Texas. And so be part of it. Be part of history as this great family band takes the stage here in Texas.